All right, now we live, guys. All right. Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining my podcast. I know it's been a while since I've done a podcast. It's been almost 2 months, so here I am now doing another podcast, and we're going to talk about, of course, I'm doing a podcast because of the recent news that just hit us today with the next generation Nintendo system, and that's what we're gonna talk about. But I do want to talk about something else. And let's go ahead and start with you, Mr. Grandpachi. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yo, it's King Grimpachi. Thanks for having me on the podcast, and I hope we have a good discussion.
All right, so appreciate you for joining me, man. Now let's go with you, Mr. Nick.
This is Nick from St. Louis Entertainment. Thanks for having me.
All right,
I got
appreciate you, Nick. Let's go with you, Mr. Woodflow.
Hey, thanks for inviting me, man. It's Wolflow, if you don't already know. And, yeah. Excited for the show.
All right, cool. I sure appreciate you for joining me. And we're supposed to be getting Dave from Dave's Had Enough. He's doing something right now, and he's supposed to be hopping aboard in a few minutes. So whenever he gets there, I'm gonna have him introduce himself. And today's topic, of course, everybody, y'all know, it's about the exciting news that was brought up to us today. But I want to go ahead and get into what I've been wanting to discuss for a minute, and I'm not even sure. I don't even think I've done a video about it, but I want to talk about the. Actually, I did done a video about it. It was a few days ago. I forgot that I did that. But anyway, I want to talk about the eighth generation consoles as a whole, and me personally, I'm very very disappointed because with the seventh generation, whenever video games was first brought to HD, that was already very exciting because we jumped to the HD era. That was real good. We got some beautiful looking games, and plus we got good quality games at the same time. And if you want to go over to the eighth generation, it seems like by half these games these days, these developers they focusing solely on DLC. You pre-order there's certain skin, a certain weapon at a certain store, Best Buy, GameStop. It's just all the microtransactions with the Mortal Kombat. It's just a lot of stuff that's been going on around here. I'm just not too fond of. I'm not saying DLC is bad, but it's just when you take it to a new level, then that's when I have to say something. And let's go ahead and start with you, Mr. King Garpacha. How do you feel about the eighth generation console as a whole? Are you basically satisfied?
Well, the only 8th gen console I owned was the Wii U. I was not satisfied with that.
Hmm.
To be honest, I've already went into that. Basically, just the lack of games, and it's the first time I ever bought a system where I felt I had like buyer's remorse, where I was like, why did I buy this thing? I really wasn't like using it or nothing. And the times I was using it, I was buying games, like literally I was buying games I already owned that I can
Yeah.
play already on like the older machines. I was just buying them there because I was like, well, I got to buy something for it. That doesn't mean that Wii U had bad games or anything. It was just after a while I was like, maybe this isn't for me. When it comes to the PS4 and Xbox One, the thing I mean, I used the Xbox One, I used the PS4, but I was playing a game on it. I really wasn't using the UI. I really wasn't going that deep into the systems. But when it came to the Xbox One, I was looking forward to Halo. We all know what happened to Halo, Master Chief Collection, so that was disappointing. Really with PlayStation, um, it nothing really nothing wrong with the machine itself. It's just right now there's only two games I just really want to play, and that's Bloodborne and
uh,
that's Knack, which was a launch title. But I think it needs a little bit more before I make a purchase. But I don't know. Bloodborne is really like normally I wait till like it's a good, 3 or 4, maybe 5 games. Then I go get the machine. I go get the machine. But Bloodborne is looking so good, I may have to just go ahead and get it without having those rest of those games. But that's pretty much. I mean, like I understand people's arguments and people's like, oh, I'm tired of the remasters. I've always said remasters aren't really bad. It's just in the beginning of the generation. Like if we were 3 or 4 years into the generation, no one would care that they're remastering games
yeah.
because if 3 4 years of the console generation was pretty much just new games, and after a while, no one would care if they remade a game, or two. So I understand why people are getting upset about it. I understand people's arguments, but I don't think it's necessarily that bad. You know, it's not that bad, at least. But that's the outside looking into. I'm not dealing with the issues myself, so that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's go with you, Mr. Nick. How do you feel about this console generation as a whole?
This, I mean, for the first time ever, it feels like they really just phoned this one in.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like, what do they like? There was a big leap between PS2 and PS3 and Xbox and Xbox 360 and all that. This one was like, all they really had to offer was basically more higher resolutions and more like features than the system itself, which I guess wouldn't be that bad, except instead of making new games, they're just redoing like all the ones that came out like even like a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, I don't know. People keep saying, "Well, it's the start of a new generation." It's always like this. Like it's never been this bad. There's always something new at the beginning. Even if there were droughts at the beginning of the last generations, but what you got was still new. Even though it was a slow start, it was still new what you got there. And this time, it's just not coming in. There's like really nothing new coming in here.
I got you. I got you. I got
It's
you.
like, oh, it's just like I said like a while back. This is like more like generation, like seventh generation remastered so far.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, man. Yeah, and oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
I was just like, yeah, where's the new stuff? Every time I got a new system, I got new stuff. What really came in here that's new so far?
Beats me, man. Beats me.
Maybe.
Well, it's a few IPs out there, but I just feel that it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's like half of the games are remasters and half of the games are new IPs.
Or I could have
Basically.
got them on a system I already own.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've been playing Shadows of Mordor on the Xbox One, but in all reality, I could have just bought it for PS3 and that would have been it.
Oh, okay, okay.
I got it for like $25 on Black Friday last year.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't play that game yet. It looks interesting. I will get it one day on my Xbox One, but I still got some stuff that I need to finish up before I buy that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I've been having fun with it.
Oh, okay, okay. Is that all you got on that, Mr. Nick?
And it's saying, like, I was looking the other day, it said so far I put like 130 hours into the game. I'm like, I did?
Wow.
I don't remember playing that much. I'm like, huh? All right, whatever. Now I'm done.
All right, all right. What about you, Mr. Woodflow? How you feel about this generation as a whole? Are you disappointed or are you satisfied?
I didn't expect that much more. I mean, I had a feeling they were going to be off to a really slow start, especially because they jumped the gun on this gen. They weren't ready. A lot of the features weren't out yet. They're still working on the software, and they're still announcing games for last gen when we came into it. So why did I buy a PS4 is really the thing, and a Wii U, because I wanted to get some games now. I wanted to experience them. The games that I do have on the joint. Playing Hell Divers right now, and I mean the game. It's an awesome game. It does get a tiny bit repetitive, but they just added new stuff to it today, like new weapons and everything. And I'm addicted to it, man. I've been playing this game constantly for the last week. I don't know. I just can't stop. I get right into it. I'm like, oh, I just want to get more. I just want to keep going and do what I can do. But I'm enjoying a lot of the games. I mean, Transistor. There's still so many that I haven't got. Like I think it's funny because a lot of people that complain about all these games haven't even played them. Like, they're going out of their way to complain about them, but they haven't bought half the games. So how do they even know? I don't know. I think it's gonna get better. That's the thing. So I think people just want something to complain about too. And yeah, it can get better. It's good to complain. It's good to push them to do better. Of course. Why not? At the same time. Be patient. Like, it's not like there's not enough games out there to play. There's way more than enough games out there.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from, man. It's yeah, no, it is a lot of games out there, and with a lot of these remastered games, of course, a lot of people complaining about it, and yes, most likely a lot of them hadn't even played it last generation. But as of remastered games, I don't mind remastered games, but if they can give us more new IPs or just more games in general, then 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 I won't be complaining as much. But as far as remasters, like if it's like a remaster game from like 2 to 3 years ago, then that's kind of pushing it. But if they can go back 10 years and go back to like what Capcom did with remastering the original Resident Evil, then that's something you could do. Like remaster, remaster, older games. Yeah, remaster games from like 2 generations ago, or one or two no, not one, 2 or 3 generations ago. So it don't make sense. Like you come out with a remastered Grand Theft Auto 5, it was just out last year. Same with The Last of Us, it was out last year. Now you got another a Game of the Year edition, Last of Us, about to come out pretty soon, and it's just yeah, it is on the PS3. Yeah, you're right on that. But I just think and they got the Sleeping Dogs remaster they didn't come out not too long ago, and I believe it was another remaster that was on last generation not too long ago. I forgot the name of that game. But like I said, if it's like a remaster for like it, maybe let's say at least 5 years ago, 5 years and older, and I want
there are great games announced as well, though, too. Like in the mix of all that, you've got all these other ones getting announced.
I just think that if with these games that came out, like with the Master Chief Collection, it was all with the multiplayer was a complete shithole. If games like that, and of course you got the Sonic Boom thing, with the Assassin's Creed, those kind of games that it was buggy, was glitchy, and all that bullshit. If they basically make good completed games, without people complaining and without having these game-breaking glitches, then I don't think too many people will be complaining about too many remasters as much as they're complaining right now. Because just shit like that.
I think people are always going to try and find something to complain about. That's what I think.
Yeah, you're right on. You're right on that.
Remaster, don't buy it, don't support it. But if you want to support the developer, because they don't have to use all the resources for it, but it helps them along the way. Like if you don't like their shit, don't buy it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I guess with the consoles as a whole, how I feel about it. Of course, I own an Xbox One and I own a Wii U. I was about to buy a PlayStation 4, but whenever they said that the Uncharted 4 game was delayed, that was one of the games that I wanted to buy. Whenever I bought my PS4, and I was disappointed because that was going to be the game I was going to buy along with my PS4.
That's why I had to speak up against that, man, because I know a lot of people will be fucking wanting that game. That's a big hit.
Yeah, it's a juggernaut game. That's a big juggernaut. It's just like the first 2 years of a Nintendo cycle. You don't have a Zelda game or a Mario game, or even a Metro game, which we're still waiting on. Then people are going to complain. Like with the PlayStation side, you got the only thing I could think of is Infamous. It's a first party game, but it's not as popular as a game like God of War or a game like Uncharted. It's a good game, but it's not as popular as those two games I just mentioned. Just like with Xbox side, if they don't come out with a Halo game in the first 2 years, then people are going to complain. Come out with a Halo or Gears of War. If they just come out with other games that we don't even know about, then people go complain. It'll be like, where are the big franchise games at? That's the reason why I bought this system, because I know this is a system that I'm gonna get that certain game that I wanted. So that's how I felt about the Uncharted game.
It's a certain demographic, and Uncharted is that game. Like it appeals to a certain. You need that sector that it's appealing to. That's who they're trying to get buying their system as well, and it's mostly North America in that sense.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people enjoy that game, but it can definitely hit that market. And with the Japanese titles, you might not hit that market. So.
Oh, okay, I got you. I guess before we get off this little subject about the whole console generation, and me, I like I say, I kind of feel disappointed because I bought a lot of these games and I got the Xbox One, Wii U, and of course I'm a big Nintendo fan, and with me, I'm not gonna defend everything Nintendo does because there's a lot of shit that they do I'm just not too fond of. I ain't afraid to speak my mind. And same with the Xbox. There's some stuff that they did I didn't like, but I still enjoy some of their games. But at the end of the day, I'm a gamer and I enjoy games, and that's what we're here for. We enjoy games and we just do what we do. But I guess before we close this subject, is there anything anybody else want to bring to the table before we go to the bread and butter for this?
Well, like Wolflow said, and like I was saying, I understand why people complain and stuff. I
Mhm.
understand the complaints, but there, like he said, there are games like that Hell Divers he was talking about. Oh, that's bad. That's real good. You should play that Hell Divers. Another new IP that I played last year, Evil Within. I enjoyed that too. So I
Oh
mean,
yeah, that was a good
there's
game.
games, new games to play.
Yeah.
But I can see where people are coming from because it is a lot of old games being re-released. So it looks like, well, how many new games are we getting? It doesn't look like a lot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, like if you research, and trying to see exactly how many remastered games we got on this generation and see exactly how many new IPs we got, I think it's kind of even, to be honest. You know, but it is what it is. Anybody else before we go to the next subject?
I'm good.
What's up?
I'm good.
All right, all right, all right. I guess our next subject, and this is the main reason why I want to do a podcast today, because of course everybody, I won't say everybody, majority of y'all know exactly what's going on. They recently reported that there's going to be a next generation Nintendo console. I guess this code was a code name NX. I'm not exactly if that's the name of the next Nintendo home console. I'm not sure. Of course, they supposed to be getting to the mobile market and all that. They got this some kind of club Nintendo, some kind of, it's supposed to replace a club Nintendo. I'm thinking some kind of membership that's supposed to approach upon us this coming up fall, whatever. I'm not sure if that's supposed to replace it, but it's supposed to be something similar. But it's still some stuff that I'm still trying to understand. I'm trying to see exactly. I'm going to get y'all thoughts and opinions about what they announced today. And of course, in the past we mentioned on a podcast that Nintendo was going to reveal a new console at E3 2016. We said that. We said that plenty of times, and the new console is going to probably come out either in 2017 or 2018, and I think they're trying to go towards maybe 2017 or something like that. I think 2017 Wii U will be at like about 4.5, 5 years, something like that. But that's what I'm thinking, and they supposed to reveal it next E3. How the system look and all that, and of course, like I said, it might come out the year after. But let's go and start with you, Mr. King Apache. How do you feel about this new announcement today about the next Nintendo home console? What's your thoughts and opinion about it? And are you happy that they finally gave us some kind of information about the next Nintendo system?
Honestly, I need a little bit more info on it to really know what it's really all about. I saw some of it about today, some things about the conference today, and things about going mobile, and they're making a new system. I mean, if it's a traditional, because I think they said it's not supposed to surpass or not surpass. I mean, it's not supposed to replace the Wii U or 3DS, whatever this new device is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it could possibly be. It is interesting because normally when it comes to gaming devices, it's either a handheld or a console. If you're making a console that's not going to surpass the Wii U or the new 3DS, it's not supposed to be the successor of either of the two, then what is it? It could be that hybrid console that they've been talking about for the longest, which potentially could be something like, let's say the Wii U and the 3DS through some software update become basically they're separate consoles, but they work together some type of way, right? And then they make just a dedicated system that does that. I guess then that'd be kind of cool. That's the only thing I can think about because, like I said, they said it's not supposed to succeed over the other machines. But all in all, I mean, new is good. They said it's supposed to come out 2016 or 17. So
yeah, 2017, something like that.
I'm looking at it. It seems interesting. That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It's still some more information that I want. That a lot of us don't know exactly everything what's going on, but we know that it's going to be another Nintendo home system, and of course, a lot of trolls think it's Nintendo going third party, but we already knew that it wasn't going third party because Iwata even stated that they still want to make home consoles a long time ago. So that ship has sailed for a lot of these fanboys that want to play Zelda and Mario on PlayStation and Xbox. But they just don't want to buy a Nintendo system for some reason. I guess they just want to stick to their system of choice. But anyway, Mr. Nick, tell us how you feel about this about this most recent events that happened today about Nintendo's next generation home console. What's your thoughts and opinions about it?
Well, if it's not going to be the successor to the Wii U, then what the hell is it?
I don't know.
I mean, it seemed like the next logical step. Okay, if they came out with a new system by 2017, that would make sense because consoles used to have that 5-year cycle, and the Wii U, if it makes it 5 years, can be a miracle actually. But
Yeah.
I just, if that's what if it's not supposed to take the place of the Wii U, I could see it not taking the place of the 3DS because that's a different thing on its own. But if it's
Hmm.
not the next thing after Wii U, I'm like really confused on what the hell this thing is going to be.
I don't know. We don't know if the thing gonna be backwards compatible and we don't, but like I said, it's just speculations, man. Basically, like this just happened today, so of course they're not gonna let us in on everything. And I didn't even know that this doesn't supposed to be a successor to the Wii U. Is that what y'all telling me?
No, like they said that it's not supposed to be the successor. It's not supposed to replace the Wii U or and for some reason they mentioned the 3DS. So I don't know if they're trying to just throw us off, trying to you can't really tell if it's going to be a handheld or because obviously if it's a handheld, it's not going to surpass the Wii U, and then if it's a home console, it's not going to surpass the 3DS because they're not even the same market. So I
Uh
don't know what they mean by that. The only other thing I just thought about it that could be what the system is if
huh.
they do like you got the new 3DS, if this is like a new Wii U, but except for it
Hmm.
doesn't play any games differently. Like new 3DS has Xenoblade coming out that only works on that. If they make a Wii U that's more powerful, but it still plays the same games that the Wii U plays, just better, I guess,
Hmm.
better resolution, maybe better frame rate, I guess, maybe
Yeah.
If
that
they
could.
call it the new Wii U, I'm not buying it.
But at the same time, I doubt that because like I don't really hear too many Nintendo fans saying like the resolution and frame rate is messed up on these Nintendo games. So I don't see why would they do that. I don't know. Like I said, it's just confusing at this point. I don't even know what the hell they're doing. I don't.
Yeah, I'm just like completely confused on because yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing it. Like I've heard very little about this today, but this first I'm hearing about it. It's not supposed to be. Well, from what I thought, it was the whole mobile thing that's not supposed to affect home consoles. Mobile PC route they're going, it's not supposed to affect home consoles, and the NX, whatever it's called, is supposed to be the new system. So I don't know if maybe you got the messages crossed or you just know something I don't know. Because that's how I heard
Shut up.
it, is the mobile was different than the home console.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. What about you, Mr. Wolflaw? How do you feel about this recent event that just happened to us today? What's your speculations on it? I know a lot of us are, in the dark about they said that it's not the successor of the Wii U, and it's supposed to be a home console. So what the hell are they talking about? I don't know what's going on, man. That's why
Yeah,
I'm asking you.
I'll be
What do you
honest,
think?
I can't really give you any answers myself. I
Uh,
think more information is going to come as the time goes on. We're going to look into it a little bit more, and those news hounds will be all over it.
oh
Unfortunately, is
hell yeah.
so. I mean, my thoughts on it are: it seems to me like they're kind of coming up with another service
Hmm.
that you can subscribe to. That's what I thought I heard,
Yeah.
and so you can basically get some Nintendo games when you like. They want to get into the mobile market. It sounds like. Well, oh,
Yeah. That's good.
and it is at the same time who's developing that software. Like you got to be honest too. Um, that's taking resources from console games. So I don't like that direction personally because I'm not a
Mhm.
mobile gamer. But it's not like I have to say. I mean, they want to do that. That's cool with them. They got to do what they got to do. I'll
I
still
can only
enjoy
imagine
the other
what kind
games,
of
and as long as I just hope, I hope it can make them some money because then they can grow departments. They can grow their studios and whatnot. Oh fuck! I just killed my own guy. Not cool at all. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they got to do what they got to do too to make money. So if
Hmm.
people are buying those games, all the power to them. Just not for me. I'm not into mobile gaming myself, and I
Nah,
don't
me
like.
neither, man. Me
I
neither.
honestly I don't like the idea of services as well. Like I was mentioning before, where you're subscribing to service, and then they're gonna say, well, if you want these games, we'll charge you this as well. And it's just they're the gatekeepers then, because the developers. Well, for them it's their software. That's cool. But when other people start doing the service, like Sony and everyone else, like PS Now, they're the gatekeepers for those um, developers. So they get to kind of dictate how much money they make and whatnot. I don't like the idea of that personally.
Oh, okay, okay. Thanks for giving me your opinions, your thoughts and opinions about that. I'm still trying to, figure all this mess out. Like I say, it's just dropped on us today, and we just basically just giving our thoughts and opinions about it. And I guess I want to talk about the if it whenever the next uh, home console comes out, like basically if Nintendo will if they do the same thing they've been doing for the past two generations with the whole entire specs aspects, like basically if they come out with a PlayStation 4 type, if you look at the graphics, if the graphical infrastructure is the same thing as a PS4, like would it be a big issue, or should they go beyond and maybe go to 4K, like basically like I said, if they can basically have better graphics than the PS4 and better online infrastructure, then how do y'all think everybody will see the new Nintendo console as? Let me know how you feel about that, King Rapachi.
How will they see the new console?
Yeah, if it had better specs than the PS4, like with graphics and the online infrastructure, it's a lot better. And what another thing, what Wolflow told me before we started this, achievements. Like, what if they had all that? Then how do you see the next Nintendo home console?
That would
Ooh.
be definitely appealing to me, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it's up to Nintendo to still deliver because it could be, let's say it's more powerful than the PS4, right?
Yeah.
Uh, is Nintendo going to push the system for us to see that? Okay, it has achievement support or whatever. Is Nintendo going to use it? You know what I'm saying? Like if it has that stuff,
Uh-huh.
and then I don't know if third party would still come over or not. I have no clue because honestly, I used to think or feel that if porting a game from the PS4, Xbox One, and PC was simple, if the Wii U had the same infrastructure where it was simple to do it over there, they'll probably be getting more third party games. But then I thought about it, I'm like, but it really wouldn't matter if no one's buying them. It,
Hmm.
it wouldn't matter how simple it would be. No one's going to purchase it. So in the end, all those features are cool. They will
Hmm.
appeal to me, but they got to be used. If they're not used, then it's almost like they don't exist.
Yeah, that's true. Got to be using all that mess. And another thing, you got to market your shit, man. If they let everybody know that the thing exists and let everybody know, then yes, we have achievements. Yes, online infrastructure is a lot better. Make some commercials. Like, you remember how Sega Genesis used to make commercials throwing jabs at Nintendo. Why don't Nintendo do the same thing and make jabs at Sony, make jabs at Microsoft? Tell them, yes, we got this feature. Yes, we got this. Our system is better than yours. We got better graphics. Like, if they do stuff like that, then don't y'all think Nintendo will be in a better state? Don't y'all think a lot more people will buy, and don't y'all think that it would be more appealing to the hardcore gamers? How do you feel about that, Nick?
Well, yeah, marketing is definitely important. They need to do that. The only thing I'm worried about here is I think what they're going to do with the system is they're going to do everything right when it comes to like trying to appeal to third party, the infrastructure stuff like that. I think what's going to go wrong though is they're going to put it's going to be the price. I mean, something I think that's where it's going to go wrong, and it's going to end up being a price that people don't want to pay.
Uh-huh.
Just like kind of my worry about that. Um, yeah, if they put 4K in there, that'd be great. But if they're the first console to do it, they're probably going to put like a $400 or $500 price tag on that, and I don't think people are going to want to pay that for Nintendo console, basically because it
Oh.
has the word Nintendo on it, and a lot of the gaming media is trying to convince the world that Nintendo is something that needs to go away like completely, and they'll use that price point as part of their argument.
Yeah, that is true. That is true because look at all these gaming articles. They're not too fond of Nintendo. I was being honest. N4G, GameSpot, IGN. A lot of even Kotaku.
They're part of the overall problem because they're. I'm not saying a lot of complaints about Nintendo aren't legit.
Yeah.
It's just that they really like to they add stuff in there that nobody actually said, and they just want to make it look as terrible as possible. I mean, there are a lot of stupid things they've done the past couple of years. I'm not gonna lie, but people just go out of the way and make them sound worse than they are because I don't fucking know why. It's just
Yeah, yeah. It's just that it's like this. It's just Nintendo is basically a thing of the past, according to the mainstream audience. That's basically what what I'm coming from. Like every time if there's like a negative press about Nintendo, it'd be on the front pages, of every website. But if it's something positive, it'd be on the back pages. I see it all the time, and it tells you that they are trying to slowly trying to easily trying to move Nintendo out the gaming market, trying to focus slowly, basically on PlayStation and Xbox. That's basically what they're trying to do. Just have those two going at it, and maybe possibly having some other console. People want Ubisoft to make their own console. They want yeah. They. Hey, it was at one point that I thought Ubisoft was gonna make a console, but they said that they go to strictly to stick to their games and all that. But I see it all the time. It's just a bunch of trolling going on. But at the end of the day, Nintendo is gonna still be here. But like you said, they got flaws of their own, and they need to fix that mess before next generation, appears on us. And if they got the same crap going on with next generation with the specs is not par to the PS5 and whatever the next name of the Xbox is, and the online infrastructure still behind times. Everything about the next generation Nintendo console, if it's still behind on times, then it's gonna be a huge problem because the little audience that the Wii U have right now, selling almost 10,000. I'm sorry, 10 million consoles in a 2 year gap. It's gonna shrink even more. Then that right there gonna tell Nintendo that hey, our consoles ain't selling, but our games, our software is selling good. What we need to do, we need to get out the console market and make games because that's where our money comes in at. It's the games,
one
but it seems like a lot of less people is getting interested in the Nintendo home consoles because they are behind on times in a lot of things. But it is one thing that I can give Nintendo. They make good games. Good games that's completed, is finished, is most of them are no bugs, no glitches. I give them that. They got really great quality games, but let's take the games aspects out of that. Just go by everything else. Go by the features on that system compared to Sony, compared to Microsoft, and you see exactly what I'm talking about. But how do you feel about that, Woodflow? About
I, I
about
don't I don't take part in the whole all their games are not broken kind of thing because I've found things wrong with games, and also you have to go by what the developer has to deal with as well. Like there's certain
uh
things that these games are trying to achieve too. Uh, Now, as far as the console goes, if they what I would want them to do personally, and what I think would be best for them to do, what I think would be best for them to do would be to release one hell of a powerful system that can do
uh
physical stuff. Because a lot of people still are going to want that going forward. And if the other guys go digital or whatever, a lot of people are worried about that. But if there's a Nintendo console that has everything those consoles have, and then they bring their own ideas to the table as well, they add to that, that's gonna fucking kill it. Or if they start bringing back old IPs too and exclusives, the power of exclusives is amazing. At the same time, they have to get the general public as well. And if people can play all their multiplats at
mhm.
4K, Like that's going to intrigue people. I'm sorry to say, but they're going to want that.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. And I for one, I'm not going to lie to you. I like resolution. There's nothing wrong with having more resolution.
Ain't no wrong with that. Ain't no wrong with that at all.
And,
No, I just feel that I just feel that I'm not saying you. I just feel that a lot of people, excuse me. I just feel that a lot of people would rather have a good, great looking game than a finished, completed game. With something like Assassin's Creed game look beautiful, but what do you get out of it? Just a shit crap, whatever you want to call that crap. It's crap, But I like resolution too. I like good graphics too, but I just more, me personally, I'm just more interested in the gameplay. Do I like the storyline? Do I like the other things about? Do I, the online, multiplayer? Do I, just stuff like that, But and
I don't think you necessarily can only have one or the other. I think that there's nothing wrong with pushing to try and achieve something because as technology progresses, these games are going to be so much more capable of doing different things. And yeah, it's going to be hard for the developers to hit that, but as technology progresses, they're finding ways to do it. I mean, look at how they're coming up with these worlds. I wouldn't be surprised. One day, we'll just pop into a GTA and it'll be the whole entire world map. You just go wherever your city is and you drive around your city at light speed, like, woohoo, and go here, there. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing, man? You there, Dave? Yeah, I thought. I guess he must be having some problems with his sound.
Yeah, you might have to drop in a note.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. But yeah, man. No, like you were saying, man. No, I would love to have it like a game like the Order 1886. I hadn't played the game yet, but
You know what's
of what I of, what's that?
I'm not into those type of games. I tried it and I was down with it, man. Like I just felt the atmosphere. I enjoyed the game, and yeah, it's not that. There's no replay value. But I
Yeah,
still enjoyed it.
that's what I'm saying. Like a game like that. That's like, was it like 5 or 10 hours long? How long did it take for you to beat it?
Oh, I spent over 10 hours. I platinumed it, but by the time I actually beat it, it was well over. It was more towards 10 hours. I'd
Oh,
say
really?
a good 10 hours, yeah. Time I beat it.
Okay, so let's say
Things.
between 10 and 11 hours, something like that. But of course, we already know the game don't have no multiplayer, so no online. It's just, it seems like it has a great story and everything. Like I said, I don't have PS4, I haven't played it yet. But it's just what I seen. I see like a whole bunch of walking around, a whole bunch of exploration. You just exploring stuff. Then you can't have you don't even have a choice to run everywhere you go. Certain spots you got to walk a long way. I guess because they want you to see the scenery, see how beautiful.
No, it's not because of that. It's because it gets you into that whole role. I mean, it's a scripted story, like a lot of linear games. It's not trying to let you run anywhere you want to run, and it's always enemy shooting. It's a story. You're going through that story. You're experiencing what he's experiencing. That's part of the story.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it yet. I just want to ask somebody, who have played it, how they feel about it. And I guess let's go and move on to the next subject. I guess we'll still talk about the next generation home console. I just, like I said, we still got our speculations about it. We still don't know exactly what they're talking about. Of course, when y'all just told me that it's not a successor to the Wii U, and it's supposed to be a home console. So we still trying to see exactly what they're coming from. So are they still gonna develop games for the Wii U and the next generation home console for the Nintendo console for the whatever? But like I said, I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about, but we just basically just going by speculations. And if they basically came out with a 4K, and you said, yeah, basically, I forgot who said that. I don't know if Nick said that or Grimpachi said that. Like, if they come out with a 4K game, and basically and basically it doesn't sell well because of the price. Of course, it's going to cost some money because it's 4K. But then again, what a lot of these PC, a lot of these PC gamers bought PC for because of 4K. A lot of, I really believe that if Nintendo will make a game in 4K, I believe it's going to outsell everybody at that moment. Then whenever PlayStation and Microsoft, see them making all that money, all these sales of this console, then they go hurry up and trying to make their console to compete with Nintendo. But that's just where I'm coming from there. I think it's going to do good if they do come out with a 4K system, but like we said a while ago, it's all about letting the world know that you fucking exist. Let the world know that you exist, and advertise your products, and let people know exactly how much more better your system is compared to the competitors. How do you feel about that, Kampachi, if they make a 4K system?
They make a 4K system for gaming.
Yeah.
That's gonna be expensive. And then even if they made a 4K gaming console, I mean, once again, like I said, that's gonna run you probably a good 800 as a consumer, maybe more. Then on top of that, Nintendo games look great and all, but I mean, Mario in 4K, yeah, it's gonna look good, but it's Mario. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't see the real point. That it really wouldn't be a point in doing that. I mean, if they made like a system that was 4K ready, like you could plug it up to your 4K TV and I guess upscale to 4K, that shouldn't cost that much money, and you can watch 4K programs on it. I guess that should be fine. But 4K gaming, oh, that's real expensive. So
yeah,
it'll be able to compete with the cloud, man.
What's going on, Dave? You there?
Had to throw that one in there.
You there, Dave? I guess he must be having some problems with his connection or something, with his sound. Let me see. I'm about to message him right now. But keep going, man. I'm sorry to cut you off, man.
oh, that's pretty much it. I mean, I just think if they made a 4K system, that'd just be really expensive.
Really think so? All right. What about you, Nick? Do you think if they make a 4K system, do you think it's going to be between $800-900 range? What do you think?
I don't think it'll be that much. Like I said, I'm looking more like the $400-500 price tag or whatever, and that's still going to be pretty
expensive.
Pretty up there for a console. But the thing about it is like you mentioned something about PC gamers playing on 4K for the longest time, and they'd probably be like, all of a sudden they'd be like, oh, well, you don't have to spend that much to play as 4K, blah, 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 stuff like that. And all of a sudden they're like going to start talking about how 4K was so affordable for them. They paid like $50 for some 4K graphics card in their computer or something all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really doubt they're going to do 4K though. I mean, look, they barely, or they're struggling to get. I mean, they're doing pretty good with HD, but they're having a hard time trying to figure it out still. And if they're going to jump from HD and barely know how to work, how they handle 4K, probably going to be a nightmare.
Probably be a nightmare. So probably, honestly, I don't think they're gonna jump into the 4K. If there'll be a gaming company be first, I think Sony will probably be the first one to jump into the 4K. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Are you there, Dave?
Man, if they go 4K, I can't wait to hear Tom Trey talk about the definitive versions.
Oh God.
I guess Dave's connection is messing up. Or what? I don't know what's going on. Maybe something wrong with his sound or something. But oh well. What about you, Mr. Wolflaw? I know you did give us your thoughts about it.
I love it. That'd be awesome. But yeah,
that'd be awesome.
The reality is, it's probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. Probably not next generation. Maybe the generation after that. That's what I'm thinking. But as as years progress, 4K it's gonna go down. It's just like with these HD TVs with the plasmas and the LCDs and the LEDs. Remember how expensive it was when it first came out, and look at it now. It's reasonable. So as the years progress, I think the 4K is going to be reasonable. So maybe not next generation. Let's say maybe 8 to 10 more years down the line. I think it's going to be a lot better. But yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm moving on from that. I want to talk about the Wii U. A lot of people still going to defend it. Don't get me wrong. I love the system. The games. I love some of those games, not all of them. I love Nintendo's games. I don't love all the games. With Kirby, I'm not too big of a fan of the new Kirby game. I'm not. But with the Wii U as a whole, I love Nintendo, but I'm not gonna be a fanboy and say it's doing great. It's a flop. Let's be honest here. It's a fucking flop. The PlayStation 4 came out a year after the Wii U came out, and now it'll overlap the Wii U. And the Wii U's not even at 10 million yet, and the PS4 is over 20 million. And people still want to defend that. And of course, it's some flaws about that I'm just not too fond of. And people still say that the price of the Wii U is reasonable, but if you think about it, there's no multiplats, and basically the time releases of games. Don't get me wrong, I believe that this year is gonna be a better year with the Wii U. As far as games come out, but for $300, it's kind of hard to justify that price. It depends on if you love every Nintendo exclusive. And I love multiplats. I love games like Battlefield, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed. I play games like that. I even played Destiny. I didn't really too much care about that game. I play Titanfall, and I believe that game was very overrated. I play a lot of multiplat games, but with the Wii U, they not getting none of that. They barely even got Watch Dogs, and y'all saw how that happened. But for $300, I'm still trying to justify that purchase of the Wii U. And the Xbox One is what, $50 more than the Wii U, and they have all the multiplat games. But with this price of this Wii U, I just don't know. I don't know exactly how to justify that. How do you feel about the Grand Pache? Do you think $300 is justifiable of this Wii U?
The Wii U for $300. With the Xbox One being $50 more, and then the fact that you could probably find an Xbox One for $300. I've seen them being sold for $300. Not really. Unless you just prefer Nintendo, it's really be no reason to buy a Wii U first over the other machines. And really, let's be honest. Wii U costs $300 after tax. You're probably looking at around about $330. You might as well just spend the extra cash and get a PlayStation 4. I had two of them. Like I said, I feel like I had buyer's remorse, so I won't be messing with it. But I'm not gonna lie, there are games that I look at Xenoblade and other stuff, and yes, that stuff interests me. But I just know in the back of my, even Kirby was interesting me, but I know in the back of my head, buy the Wii U, I wouldn't go buy that crap. Yeah, it's not, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that is true. Whenever first the game was revealed, I was very excited. I was like, that's a cool looking, feature with the gamepad. And I would, of course, people like us, we read gaming magazines, we read articles. We already know what the Wii U was. But majority of the casual, crowd that just want to buy a game, they don't know. They don't know exactly what Wii U is. They think it's a sorcery to the Wii. And a lot of them got confused, and they are still confused today, But yes, with whenever the game was first revealed, I was excited because when Reggie Fils-Aimé got on stage, he basically said we're going to get games like Call of Duty, we'll get games like Assassin's Creed. And, he basically, I don't know if y'all remember that presentation. I saw the presentation. I saw the games that was coming to the system that they promised that was going to come to the system, and I remember Ghost Recon was shown at E3, and we still ain't got Ghost Recon. And the Aliens game, I forgot the name of the Aliens game. It wasn't Isolation. It was another Aliens game. I forgot, but we never got that.
Marines, they got canceled.
They got canceled? Okay. Oh, yeah, I see why it got canceled. So it was a reason why it got canceled, because they just felt that the system was a gimmick. It wasn't what they thought it was going to be. I was excited because I saw that, and I felt that I got ripped off. I bought the 32 gigabyte Wii U, and of course I bought a game with it, so I spent over $400 for the system, and the game. I bought the Mario game, so I spent all that money, and of course there was a little third-party games, and like a few months later, it seemed like everybody done dropped the Wii U. I was like, are you serious? I felt that I spent all that money for no reason, and at that time, Wii U was at a drop spell because basically the first year of the Wii U's life, they didn't really break out too many exclusives. Not really. I will say Super Mario 3D Worlds was in the first year, but then again, the Super Mario 3D Worlds was basically in the beginning of the second year of the Wii U's life. But in the first year, the only Wii U exclusive that I know of is the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U. That's all I can name. And basically, they was relying on third-party support. And yes, y'all saw how that happened, and it sucked. And of course, a lot of those ports was gimped, and of course, a lot of Nintendo fans boycotted the game, and now they pissed off because they're not getting multiplats. And yeah, of course, I know exactly what's going on with Splatoon. A lot of people, like people, like our grandpa, you like, if you want something, then you need to boycott and let them, let it be known that you're for real, and people still gonna buy, Splatoon, even with voice chat or not. But that just right there, it's just too much double standards going on, too much hypocrisies going on in this community. There are a lot of Nintendo fanboys, they would boycott these multiplayer games, but it's like missing features in a lot of these Wii U games, and they not boycotting that. And if you want to think, let's go to Hyrule Warriors. Other Dynasty Warriors games, they got online multiplayer. So why do Hyrule Warriors don't get it? I don't understand. And they ain't no Nintendo fans say boycott the game. Overall, I still like the game. I enjoyed it. But it's just a lot of double standards going on around here. Are you there, Dave?
Like
Yeah.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear too many Nintendo fans. Can he hear us?
Can you hear us,
Yeah, I
Dave?
hear you.
Oh, there you go.
About time you showed up.
Yeah, I can't get none of my phones or anything to work, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, man. We were just, I'm about to get you caught up. No, we was talking about the whole entire the next generation Nintendo console, and I guess I'm gonna start with you. Like, how do you feel about the recent announcement about the next generation Nintendo console? Are you satisfied about that today?
I don't. I mean, not really. I mean, in a way, yeah, it's something they need to do. But I think Wii U owners are going to get shit on, which needed to be done. I mean, it's like something that had to happen, and I knew it was coming. The owners are going to get shit on because they're not going to support the Wii U if they make a new console. I hope everybody knows that. I mean, they might make a few games, but they're not going to. It's going to slowly die out, or they might just drop support completely.
You notice how they haven't announced too much beyond 2015? I mean, maybe that's reading it a bit much.
Well, that's what I've even said that, and that's a good thing you brought up, Wolflow. Like, there's no announcements for 2016 with the Wii U. Like, what games are coming out for the Wii U in 2016? That's a big
the games is going to get delayed this year.
I hope not, man. I really hope not. Well, y'all know how secretive Nintendo is. They probably maybe announce some at E3 2015, whatever. And a few weeks ago,
Wii U.
What'd you say, Nick?
They keep swearing there's unannounced games yet for the Wii U.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I know a while it came out and it says like it's some unannounced games that's going to come out, but I'm not exactly sure if they're going to mention it at E3 2015.
There's an unannounced disappointment coming, I heard. Sorry, you bought the
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, man. But I don't know, man. This year's supposed to be the best year as far as software goes with the Wii U. Of course, there's some games that's coming out. Of course, you got Kirby and Mario Party, and I already know that you're not a big fan of that game, Dave. You said that many times, and I'm not.
I was a day one owner. No, I'm just kidding.
I was a day one owner too, man.
No, I'm saying a Kirby. No, I'm just kidding.
Kirby.
I actually bought Kirby.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I just
I actually kind of like the game. I thought it was pretty neat.
Oh no, I just not a big fan of looking at the gameplay. Like the game looks really nice look. It looks beautiful in HD, with the claymation and everything. But you gotta focus solely on your gamepad, and it's not in HD. I don't know. That sounds kind of gimmicky to me.
I'm trying to see if I can get my review of that game out by the end of this week.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. You do that. Yeah, I like your reviews, man. Yeah, keep up the good work. I really like your reviews, man.
You got a good channel, Nick. I watch some of your videos now. You're pretty good, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, yeah, and another thing, Dave. Well, you sure don't like the Wii U now, don't you, man?
Oh, I know. I gave up on the Wii U about a couple months ago.
Yeah,
No, I'm happy with the PS4. It's got games now. I got Battlefield, and I bought Mortal Kombat, and I got Resident Evil Revelations 2, something that should have came to the Wii U, but didn't.
I understand that.
I mean, I'm not totally, I'm gonna get Zelda into Devil's Third, but it's kind of disappointing that they didn't, really do nothing with this console. It's like right when third party was gone, I was like, all right, we're done. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of how I felt on that.
And you know why they're probably not giving straight answers? Because they don't want to come out and say, hey, yeah, we are dropping the Wii U. We're coming out with a new console. They're saving that for E3. That's what they're going to tell you then. They don't want people to, because you got to think, why would they do that now and have people not buy the Wii U? Get them to buy it, make as much money as they can, and then drop the son of a bitch. It's a sad business thing they're going to do, but
Yeah, I understand that, man. Yeah. I am looking forward to Devil's Third and Legend of Zelda, man. Those are gonna be some badass games, man. But yeah, cause we don't know anything about 2016, man. But I know they did mention about they going to reveal the next generation console, and whenever they say they're gonna reveal it in 2016, of course it's gonna probably be at E3. So what we're going to have the first half of 2016? That's a good question. We already know what we're getting for the rest of this year, but what we're gonna have for the first half of 2016 and so on. Of course, if they gonna reveal the game in E3 2016, then what we're gonna have for that whole entire year before the new console come out the year after. So it's just a whole bunch of speculations going on around here, man. What's that?
Remasters.
You never know, remasters, man. that's what's hot in the streets these days, man.
That's gonna be funny when what's it called? Is when Bethesda gets up on stage and they announce the remaster of Fallout 3 instead of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
They should do that just as a joke. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess before I move on to my next subject, we was talking about a while ago. Hey Dave, let us know, how do you feel about this console generation as a whole?
I was gonna do a video on this, but since I'm doing your podcast, I guess I'll just explain it here. I was actually gonna do a video on this. When watching your video, and I, just as I've been thinking lately, you did that whole video on all the remasters compared to new IPs that have came out. Mm-hmm. I think this is just literally a better generation when it comes to games of last generation. Like it's an upgrade, not an upgrade like the HD version of this game, but it's like last gen but upgraded. Does that make sense?
In a way.
Like, okay, look at Devil's Third. They're giving us the better version with all the content. Mm-hmm. Look at Last of Us. We get the better one in 60 frames. It's kind of like the repeat generation of what I did a video on, but the more I look at it, it's just games from last generation, but better quality. And it goes along with the Wii U, kind of. You're getting newer games, but it's just you're getting HD. They're just a step up with their HD, but then what Sony's doing is remastering games and giving you all the content, running it at 60 frames, better resolution. That's all. This generation is basically all just the same of last generation, but improved. Does that make sense?
So sort of like you on a PS 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. Yep, it makes sense, doesn't it?
That's what a lot of people calls it, man.
I mean, when you really think about it, look at all when you did your video the other day about all the remasters compared to all the new IPs, and I was talking to my buddy Sicilian too. I said, well, why do you think these were if you look at the sales compared to new IPs and remasters, isn't the remasters selling better?
Unfortunately, yes. Just like with the Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4, it's selling like hotcakes, man.
Yeah, and I talked to my buddy Sicilian on PS4, and he said it's because people are in fear of the unknown. They rather buy something they already know because they don't want to buy something they don't know nothing about. You know, because most of these games are flops, a lot of the newer IPs, and they don't want to go spend their money on something that sucks, so they rather just buy something new and improved. It's pretty
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, it is pretty sad. You know, it's a whole bunch of definitive versions of all these games. You know.
I
Yeah.
think another thing that could have been is like a lot of these games came out towards basically the end of the last generation. A lot of these people were thinking, you know what? There's already going to be a PS4, Xbox One coming out. They're probably most likely going to remake these games for it anyway. I can wait.
You can't really say the end of last generation because it's still going on right now. I don't,
Oh,
I,
before
I don't,
right
I don't know,
before the new one
huh?
was out.
I don't know
Right before.
exactly. Oh, I'm sorry.
I meant basically before the new one came in. You know,
Oh,
they're probably
yeah.
thought, well, they're probably just going to release these for the new one anyway, so I can just wait a year or two.
You know what I really think though, man, and that's gonna be another video I was gonna do, which kind of goes along with all this. I think like I was at Walmart the other day, and they actually had the display set up for the new Alienware box, and I'm telling you, people are gonna take to that thing, and with this new Nvidia Shield that can stream to you in full max settings of games, people are gonna look at the prices of the games and everything, and they're going to go to those things with how these games are coming on, like how console prices are and everything. I think those Steam boxes and everything are going to kill the consoles.
You
I
think
really
so?
do.
You never
I
know.
mean, I'm being honest. If they get those things at the right price, they will kill the consoles because you
Yeah.
got and that new Nvidia Shield where you don't have to have the best internet to stream these games in max settings, and it
Yeah.
saves all your saves on the cloud. What's the point of a console then? You know?
Only thing I
Because
like
they
about
can
the
still have
console.
issues. That's the whole thing. I don't think they have it down yet. I mean, there's still input lag and things like that.
Well, Flo, this is why I'm saying this, though. You know why people don't go to PCs and buy PC gaming and get these rigs? Because they don't know how to do it. A person like me that don't know how to do it or is going to go buy an Alienware console and say, okay, here's a console, and I can do PC gaming and all that. Now, I do know people now, because I've met on YouTube, that do know about PC, who could help me do a PC, build one. But most of your people that go buy PS4s and stuff have no clue how to build a PC, and they're going to see these Steam boxes and the prices. When they learn about the prices on all these Steam sales and everything, they're going to say, fuck consoles. I'm telling
when it
you.
comes to Steam
I guess the only thing I don't like about it
like,
that it's going to be
still
digital.
have to know your way around a computer. I would advise people to learn a little bit more before they really just jump right in. Like, at least know a little bit about it. Like educate yourself, because if you're not interested in learning about PCs, you might want to just be a little careful getting into it. I mean, it's good to have a good PC anyway. Nothing wrong with that, but at least learn a little bit about it, because if
But
you're getting into PC gaming, you're gonna deal with some things. There's gonna be something or another you're gonna have to configure or whatever it is.
But you don't feel these consoles are leaning towards PC anyways? Like these consoles, how they from older consoles like the N64. I'm not talking about the Wii U so much. I'm just saying like the older consoles compared to newer consoles. Like the PS1, is it more of a PC now? The PS4
More than the
compared
old
to what the
ones.
PS1 was?
But that was a whole different generation of hardware.
Mhm.
Now they might be in infrastructure different, but but the thing is with the software and how it operates, it's all set up for you. Everything is automatic, pretty much.
Mhm.
And that's what the whole thing is. It's set up, it's optimized for you. It's all one level playing field. You don't have different, uh, you know what I'm saying. You don't have different hardware that you have to adapt to.
See, I think with PCs, another problem with these Steam boxes are going to solve. Most people think you got to use a keyboard and mouse. You got to really think. No, not all the world follows YouTube.
No, you're right. A lot of people still do think that. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think that, and once they see controllers with these PC things at these Steam boxes, that's going to change a lot of stuff, and they get to learn these prices because they have the display models now at Walmart for this Alienware, and $500 $100 for what they're showing off don't look too bad if you're just a consumer that don't know much about PC. Now, if you know about PCs, of course, you'll be like, oh, I'll go build a rig or whatever. But the average consumer is looking at that thing a whole different way than a person that knows about PCs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know anything about no PCs. All I know, like, if everybody is leaning towards the Steam boxes and the Alienware and all that, and if it's slowly, kicking the consoles out the market, then that's gonna be a bad thing for console gamers, because with these Steam boxes, like everything, I believe everything's digital. There's no physical copies. Like you gotta buy everything digital.
No, you can buy physical copies of games still.
Yeah, everybody still buy that, but a lot of people like to showcase their games on put them on shelves and stuff. Like a lot of people got their YouTube channels. They like to display their games, stuff like that. Like if that's the future, just digital games, then I don't know if I'm gonna be part of that.
But that's what I'm telling you. Like all major releases on PC, you can get a physical copy. Like, see, the thing is that they know a lot of people don't buy them. But let's say you want a physical copy of Evil Within, you can get a physical copy of any of those games.
Well, Kingdom Bashi, what's the physical copy of the Evil Within compared to a digital copy of the Evil Within on PC? Is there a difference in
prices? Oh, hell yeah. The Evil Within, I paid $20 for Evil Within on PC. You're probably going to pay $60 for the physical. It's the same thing.
That's what people are going to see. Oh, $20 digital. Well, fuck it. I don't care about the physical copy no more.
You probably are going to say that, or you'll buy it. Well, see, the thing is about PC games.
That's why people are freaking out now on flash sales on the PS4. Wow, I got this game for $10. Oh, what happened to the physical copy? Oh, well, it was $10. I mean, it's fucking crazy. People don't see that. That's how they'll get you in. They'll drop these prices. And then when they get you in, they're going to jack the damn prices up when physical copies are gone. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, they probably get like
boxes for their health. I'm telling you, it's a lot of money they got invested in this shit.
I just hope it doesn't lean towards that way, man, because I like to keep my stuff. I like to keep my stuff on display, man. But I thought about getting.
To be honest, though, I didn't mean to cut you off. On Steam, right? When you buy a digital game, you can rip it to a disc.
Oh, really? Yeah, you probably can, yeah.
You can rip it to a disc, and then, I mean, if you really want a case that bad, I mean, you can go buy a case from, like, Big Lots, and then, like, print out the damn picture, and
That's too much.
That's not a bad idea. You can
trade your code, right, Grimpachi? I heard Brimstone told me that.
Yeah, you can rip a game to a disc off of Steam.
But you can trade your game to your friend digitally, right, on PC? Am I wrong or right?
Like, if you have a game in your inventory that you didn't redeem for yourself, you can give it away or trade someone for another game, or you can do what me and Dar Holy do, which is a game share. Basically, I have his entire game library, and I can play it when I want to.
Damn.
Well, you can do that with the PS4, but just with one person.
Yeah, on Steam you can do it. I don't know how many people, but you do it. I think it's like maybe 10 people.
See, that's crazy. That's nuts. Who can compete with that? When you see, you know why most people don't know about this? Because they're not looking into it yet. But I think once these Steam boxes get more in stores, like the other day was the first day I actually seen one in a store, and I was like, holy shit! Not hearing about it on YouTube or none of it. It's actually in the store, like 5 of them, just sitting there on the shelf, ready to be sold. That's when I think it's going to start. If it's either going to work or not work. I think it's going to work. That's just my opinion. With how this whole, the whole PS Now, what they're trying to do with PlayStation, that's why they're leaning towards streaming. And that whole NVIDIA thing, I think they're all on the streaming thing. I mean, I have no problem with digital at all. Streaming, any of it. I don't care. I just like to play games, period. I don't collect discs or none of that. And I feel bad for the people that do. Don't get me wrong, and I still buy discs, I still do it, but I mean, it's just, it don't matter to me. When I get a game cheaper, I'm going to go where the cheap prices are. This $65 for a fucking game is out of this world, especially when you got to buy all these season passes and all this bullshit. Like, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
when you can get a decent digital, you can get it all,
That's why I buy my pre-owned. I buy my pre-owned all the time, man, because I just feel it's a ripoff.
They're basically gateways to the PC, and there's nothing wrong with that. PC gaming is great. So people will get these, and then it'll be like, oh, they'll get into Steam. They'll start building up their Steam account and all their games on there. It's a gateway.
I just think if people don't know what it is, though, like the average consumer that don't know about PC or any of that, and console gamers, the reason they gravitate towards consoles because it's convenient. It's there. You know, they know what to do. They don't know to go how to build a PC and all that. With these Steam boxes, it's a console with a PC. That's why people are going to gravitate. I mean, they could not, but I think they are. You know.
The problem is they still don't know what they are. They're going to be like, what is that?
Well, they got a display at Walmart now that tells you what it is. It's a whole fucking video that plays over and over and over again.
But it's not going to tell you everything. So they're going to still
Wallflow, when you went and bought a PlayStation 1, did you know what it was? Well, I'm saying your first gaming console.
That's a good point. But, I mean, you'd probably look into it. That's what you would do. You'd look at it and you'd say, oh, I'm going to look into that a bit more. If I saw something in the store and I didn't know what it was, like they came up with, out of nowhere, a new gaming console. I hadn't heard of it. I'm not just gonna go by what some like commercial tells me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. People buy new things all the time, Wolflow. I mean, you know, it's just something that it's either gonna take to or not. But the way that they're pushing these things, I don't know. I think they're gonna, if they market them right and like really market them and like, I think they'll do all right. You know, it just depends. I think they're good for people that don't know how to build PCs. But if you know somebody that builds a PC, it's of course better to go that way. But this is for the people that probably don't know what the hell they're doing with PC and wanted to always try PC gaming, or might just see it and think it's cool. Like, you know, I mean, that's just what I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
They're going to market it, though? I don't know about that.
I think they'll market it.
Really? Interesting.
Better than the Wii U.
I knew you was going to say that.
Look at Nintendo. Look at Nintendo's marketing. Anybody can market better than that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, probably so, man. Yeah, we were just talking about that before you came in. Now I was telling everybody about the Wii U situation and everything. I want to get you. I want to get your thoughts and opinion. How you feel about the Wii U, man?
I mean, still you got to think, too, though, you don't know what's going on. They're not really telling us everything, but I don't think they want to come out and tell everything because, like I said, I don't think they want people to stop buying Wii U's.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're not saying anything totally what it's all about, but they don't do press conferences like that for nothing, you know.
Oh, okay. So what happened if whenever they come out the next generation, what happened if I don't think he was here when we was talking about that. If they have a system more powerful than PS4, the online infrastructure is a paid service and it's a lot better than what they got right now, and they have trophies, achievement trophies, then what would your intake would be about it? Then do you have a different perspective about it?
I don't know. They got to release this console at the right time, too, just because when are they going to announce it again exactly? Is it this E3 or?
No, it's supposed to be next 2016. So okay. I'm guessing the new console was coming out in 2017.
I think it's all really depending on, man. I mean, if they do that and Nintendo supports it, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to go buy a Nintendo console day one like I just did, like I've always done except the Wii. With what happened this generation. But my whole take on it, what happens when PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2 rolls out? Is it going to be more powerful than the Wii Next or whatever they're going to call it, and they're going to be stuck in the same position? Or is it going to be all timed right where they release that and the other ones release theirs and they're not in this position? You know what I'm saying?
I just think that if they, it's just like whenever the Wii U first came out, like, everybody looked at the power of it, and they was like, man, the power looked just like last gen. It was checking out the online. Well, the online, it's not even last gen. It's like two generations ago. They basically was looking at the other stuff, and they was like, no, it's not worth the money, man. I'll wait. And that's why the Wii U is in the state there is right now because of some of the wrong decisions that Nintendo had did. So basically, if they come out with a system that's, I'm not saying a little bit more powerful than the PS4, because if it's a little bit more powerful than the PS4, then the PS4 and the Xbox 2, whatever you want to call it, is going to overlap it really bad. So if they come out with a next generation console, a lot more powerful than the PS4, even though if the PS5 will come out, it'll be more powerful than the next Nintendo system. I still think the next Nintendo system is going to sell well because they came out with a much more powerful system, and they have achievement trophies, and they got a pay online subscription, online infrastructure with voice chats, with everything.
I mean, if did that, that's fine. Yeah, if they did that, yeah, I'd buy one. Not day one though. Still, I'm not taking that risk against Nintendo.
Yeah,
I won't do it.
I understand your frustrations because I was frustrated myself, man. Because we both did our research about the Wii U system, and and of course, you felt that you got ripped off, and I kind of feel that I got ripped off, because I like third-party games, it ain't just Nintendo exclusives I play. I play games like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Splinter Cell. I love Splinter Cell. That's one of the best, even though it's from Ubisoft, and y'all already know how Ubisoft is. I just think Splinter Cell is one of the best stealth games that ever came out. That's one of my all-time favorite games. But the games like that.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but when you really think about this, all right, they had a problem making HD games this generation because they're always a fucking step behind. So you mean to tell me when they really bust out a good online service, they're not going to be behind Sony and Microsoft again? They're just going to be right on par with them? I don't think so.
Are you talking about the online service?
I think they're. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Nintendo really comes out with party chat, if they do, in a trophy system, do you think it's going to be even close to up to par to what Sony and Microsoft are doing? Because, look how the whole HD thing, they have a hard time making games in HD. They're always, like, a step behind,
Hell, you can't even play split screen on your Wii U on Hyrule Warriors without the frame rate getting cut to, 20 frames per second or something.
Yeah, that's not
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are they? Who's going to help them make this console and give them ideas? Like, is it old Nintendo, or are they going to actually go, hey, EA, can you help us on this? Hey, Ubisoft, can you help us? If they did that, maybe might do all right. But I don't think if they stay in their same ways, how they always been, I think they're going to be still in problems in some sort. They might be all right, a little bit, better than what they were with the Wii U, but I still think, look at Sony. Sony had to catch up to Microsoft, and they're learning. They had problems in the PS2. They weren't near Microsoft, with their online service. And then the 360 versus the PS3, the 360 was better. I don't know about the Xbox One, the PS4, because I just got a PS4, and I just started playing the Xbox One because my brother got one. I got to finally play Rise and a couple other games, but I didn't get to try anything online. So I don't know what their service is like, but I'm sure Nintendo's not going to be on par with them. But I hope they're somewhat close, but I don't think so, I don't think it'll happen like that. But who knows,
They need to make it so that when I buy a game digitally, I don't have to call them when I go to a new system and say, hey, I can't log in because it's tied to the console, so I got to call you and wait 5 business days before I can download the things I already own.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, they should fix that.
Oh yeah, they should. I don't know if it's a lot better than this generation. If it's at least a step forward, then I know you said that you're not gonna buy day one, and I'm gonna do my research, and if I feel that it's gonna have great, strong third-party support, and of course they're gonna come out with their exclusives too. But if they, how basically they came out with, of course, with their exclusives. We had that dry spell. If you want to go back to the beginning of 2014, we got I believe 3 games in a 9-month span. You got yeah, that is bad. You got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze came out first, then Mario Kart 8, then Hyrule Warriors. That's 9 months, and a lot of fanboys defending that shit. I'm not defending that. That's terrible, man. You got 3 games in a 9-month span. And I beat those games real fast. I beat them. I beat them within a couple of months. I was done with it. Only thing I'm playing is Mario Kart. I'm still playing it online, whatever. But the other games, I already beat it. I already beat Bayonetta. Those games is already finished, completed. So the games that I go to, it's my multiplayer games. I finished Wolfenstein, the New World Order. That's a great game. I don't know if you ever played that. I love that game. And of course, I finished up Evil Within. That's another. Hidden gem. That's a gem, man. I don't know why. Some people just don't like that game for some reason, but I think it reminds me a lot of Resident Evil 4, in my opinion. And that's a good game, man. It's underrated in my opinion. But I'm
Battlefield. I don't know why people are so off against Battlefield Hardline. That game's fucking awesome.
I was enjoying the beta.
I'm not trying to tell anybody. I'm telling you, the game is good campaign wise and multiplayer. I love it. I'm so happy I decided to walk my happy ass up to Walmart and get it last night. You know,
Yeah, I don't have no problem with it, man. It looks like a good game, man. Of course, it's not Call of Duty. You know, it's not as popular as Call of Duty. That's probably why a lot of people's trashing it.
oh, it's good, man. I'm telling you, it's good. If I have to
Yeah,
say anything on a game, it's good, man.
if it's your cup of tea, I mean, if you want a battlefield of like that's in that setting with tons of players in that kind of environment, then hell yeah, that's gonna rock your world.
And Resident Evil 2 Revelations is really good. I got the fourth episode today, and they put two bonus ones out for the price of that game, $24. I'm telling you, that's another great deal that's out there.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
looking
I'll just wait till they put all of them on one cop on one on the physical disc.
I
That's
think
what
it's actually out. Well,
Oh,
I
it
know
is?
I think on last gen it is. I know because it's last gen is $40
Mm-hmm.
for the whole thing.
Really? Okay, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot, man. I enjoyed that game.
Yeah, it's a
What about you? What about you, Mr. Nick? I know you say you got to take off in a few minutes. How you feel about it before you take off?
I really don't even know anymore, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna sit there. I mean, I'm already invested enough. I'm gonna go down with the ship, I guess. It is what it is.
Ain't we all?
We're all going down with the ship. I mean, I didn't say I wasn't. I'm going down with it too, but I mean, it's sad.
No, don't get me wrong. It's some good games on the Wii U. It's just it wasn't what we thought it was gonna be. Still got some great games that's coming out. No, we ain't trying to troll the system. No, I love my Wii U. It could have been a lot better than what it is right now.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem nowadays. People think you're trolling because you have an opinion that does not suit them. If I have an opinion about something, and I'm really I stand by what I'm saying about the Wii U.
Oh yeah,
I like the Wii U. I never said it was a bad console. I never said that. I just said it don't get fucking support and act like it's not fair.
That's just
You know?
that's just the nature of this site. You know, people whine, cry because of other people. I remember when you and I weren't really agreeing about what was that? The Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah.
But see, like that right there, with other people, that would be damn near like you might as well like some people would have took that like you said something about their mother or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't like Mordor? Like I like Mordor. Oh, that's a problem. Like you'll look back like, huh? No, I did not like Mordor. It was I had just beat Batman Arkham Origins again, right when I played it, and I was just like, this is the same thing. But it's good. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm actually going to get the DLC when it comes out. Oh, it's already out, ain't it? The DLC?
I have to check it out more, but I haven't really got into that game.
That game picks up once you start playing it like halfway through. If you feel like it's repetitive, it's just, to me, I love the ending and the fight scene at the end. I thought it was really cool. It is repetitive, but what games aren't? I'm just saying for a newer IP, that game was good for what we're getting nowadays. Like I'm not saying it's the best game ever or nothing like that. It was a decent game. You know, I liked it. You know, just like Evil Within. I thought that was great.
You know, some people trash the game for some reason. I don't know why. I thought it was great.
Yeah, well, because it was hard. People don't like hard games. Well, boo-hoo. I mean, that's how games are supposed to be. They're supposed to give you a challenge. People want those games that just hold your hand and bring you through the whole game. And unfortunately, Evil Within was not one of them games that was going to do that.
See, people they want to just play a game. You just pick up guns and just shoot like Call of Duty. You know, no, people don't like a challenge like a Silent Hill or the old school Resident Evil. Like the old school Resident Evil, I rather play that than the new school because the old school it was hard as hell because you had to search for your ammunition, and if you ain't got enough ammunition, you got to run away. And that knife they give you, it don't work. They still gonna eat your ass up. So it was hard playing that game back in the day, but what made it so great, it was challenging. So that's what we missing in today's gaming. We're missing a challenge. It's all about first person shooters. There's no thinking. That's why people get the word casual and hardcore gamer, kind of mixed up because people say, they say that Call of Duty is a hardcore game, but yeah, it looks like a hardcore game, but if you pick up the joystick, it's easy. A casual can play it. So, people, work with Nintendo games, a lot of them, they say like, games like, Pikmin 3 is a casual game, but it's a strategized game. It might look like a game that's catered to the kiddie crowd, but it's a lot harder than what you think because I played the game. That's why a lot of people got the hardcore word, the hardcore and the casual word mixed up, and I'm not, that's just my point of view about that. I'm not sure exactly how y'all see that.
I gotta play that game and Evil Within, man.
Oh, dude, it took me 20 hours to complete even with it. It was so freaking hard, dude.
It looks cool. I mean, it does look like it has some flaws, but it does look cool too. You can get
Uh,
past
The,
it.
the,
Nah,
the
I tell
frame,
you, I was playing it when I played the demo. I couldn't stand it. Then when I bought it because it was like $20 on Steam. Oh, I enjoyed the hell out of that game. I
the
couldn't stop
frame
playing.
rates kind of dip a little bit, but overall, I could look
I don't
past
give a
that.
fuck about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's those PC master race, whatever they call themselves. It's all about 60, 80 frames per second. If it's under 60, then they don't want no part
Not
of
for
it.
a game like that.
Yeah, I don't care. As long as the game is good, it's good. I enjoy games like that. I don't care about that. I don't care if the frame rates dip into the 20s. If it's playable, I'll play it. You know. But yeah, like we were saying with the whole Wii U situation, man. It's sad that it it turned out like this. I was day one owner, a buyer, and of course, with Dave and me, we saw the E3. We did our research, did our homework, and it just wasn't what we thought it was. And of course, when this next console comes out, I just wish it's a step, no, not one step, two steps above the Wii U, because a lot of people think that the Wii U is still, are you about to go? Hey, Nick, I guess
Yeah, I gotta
Nick,
take off, man.
all right, go ahead, do your little outro, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, as Nick saying, Lunid, wish you guys stay longer. It's got to go take care of himself. It's nice talking to you guys. Dave, King, Wolflow, Real. See you guys next time.
I appreciate it, man. You take it easy, man.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. Like I was saying, man, with the whole Wii U situation, like it just wasn't what we thought it was gonna be, and Dave feel ripped off. He got boxed with more, just like King Girabachi. But like with a lot of these Nintendo fanboys, they would get pissed off if you don't like the same games that they play. It's kind of bullshit. It's stupid.
Maybe we've been listening to too many YouTube dictators that are trying to tell us what we should play.
Yeah, like it's stupid. Like you could be commenting with somebody and you'd be like, well, Nintendo, they don't have enough games, and you got a lot of these fanboys where they will freaking write a list of games on the comment section. Well, they got Kirby, they got Mario Kart, they got Mario Party, Mario Maker, they got all these Project Giant Robot, Project Giant Car. They would even
ones out that the other systems, and then they'll put in like anything they can find.
yeah they even put indie titles in there. I was like, dude, like really indie titles?
Hey.
No. I don't have a problem with indie titles. I'm just saying like they can't find no other games to put on that list, so they will put indie titles right there just to make it look better. When I talking about a lack of games, I'm talking about lack of retail releases.
That's a funny thing because some indie titles can still be big budget as well.
Oh yeah, no, there's some good indie titles, man. Some good ones, man. No, I ain't trying to troll on indies. No, they got some really good games, man. No, I'm just saying, like with a lot of these fanboys, their argument is they will list every Wii U exclusive out there in the comment section, and plus on top of that, put some indie games on there to make it seem like it has a really long list of games.
Now, I'll give you a prime example that I just didn't understand because when it came to the Nintendo fan base, like, take Shovel Knight. When Shovel Knight first released, it came out on 3DS, Wii U, and PC, right? And they said, oh, it's a Wii U exclusive. And then someone says, well, no, it's on PC. It's not a Wii U exclusive. They'll say, yes, it is. They'll ignore it. But let's say a game is like that on PS4, Xbox One, where it's only on Xbox One, but it's also on PC, or only on PS4, but it's on PC as well. They'll say, oh, that's not exclusive. Okay, if that's not an exclusive, then it's not exclusive for the Wii U. If it's the same situation.
Yeah.
But they wanted it to be a certain way, but sometimes you gotta learn like just ignore the crap, like.
Yeah, I ignore that mess, man. I just let them talk. But a lot of them still are in denial. Like I say, the Wii U it could be a great system. It is a great system. It's just Nintendo just refuses to do certain things that's very standard in today's modern times. It has so much potential with this system. Like I swear, if the Wii U would have had a big strong, if the third party support was very strong, have all the multi-plats, all the Nintendo and all the third party companies, they utilize the gamepad on every game, Yeah, I swear to God, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. I swear Nintendo wouldn't be talking about having a next gen Nintendo in 2017 because you know, because Nintendo Wii U will be doing a lot better now. It'll be selling more than 9, 10 million, whatever it's at. Probably be around Xbox One level, maybe a little bit more. If they had all the third party support and plus their Wii exclusives, then what's the point of buying the Xbox One unless you buy for Halo?
Oh,
Unless you buy for Halo,
oh.
and what's the point of buying a PlayStation 4 if you buy it for Uncharted or God of War? Those are the only reasons to buy those other consoles. But if you have Nintendo, and Nintendo have a lot of first-party exclusives, and if you want to put all the multiplats on top of that, then the Wii U will be a really great system. Then, like I say, it will be a different outcome of what it is right now. But do y'all see where I'm coming from,
You
or y'all
just
have a
fucking
different
nailed
opinion?
it right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just talking out the head, man. I don't know. Like I don't know, man. I'm just getting my little opinions about that. What do y'all think about it, man?
I mean, if they switch it up and they do what they need to do, which honestly, I mean, at this point, like a lot of people they can't stand when people say it, but at this point in time, Nintendo probably should either like go third party or I don't know, like they need to just if they learn from their mistakes because it just seems like they don't do that. Because what happens is they every time it seems like they're about to learn from their mistake, then they get lucky with something and something starts flying off the fucking shelves and then they're like, oh nope, guess we were doing something right all along, guys. Nope, we're not changing it up. But
Sticks.
they need to do something because the numbers aren't looking too hot. The Wii U games, although interesting, look, I know a lot of people that say, "Oh, Xenoblade looks good. I want to play it," but they're not gonna go get that game because they're like, "Well, why would I buy that when I can go buy all these other games on these other systems that I already own?" Like, no one's going. They need to
Yeah,
just switch it up.
just what? Yeah, you're right on that, man. Shit. I don't even know what to say, man. Like I say, I was very excited when this system came out. It had so much potential, and honestly, if it wasn't for Dave, I don't know exactly when I was gonna do that video when he made that video about what's the name of your title, Dave? About you was tired of Nintendo or something?
What was it? Which one?
That video that got you you basically became public enemy #1 with these Nintendo fans.
Oh, I'm there. I just made a. I was being honest. Like I was tired of waiting for games. And I said the Wii U, and that's all it is a waiting game all the time. And they didn't like that, I guess. I mean, because I spoke the truth probably, and it got to them.
Oh yeah, it got to them.
And
Yeah,
they
it got
tried
to
to
them
say
real
that
good.
I'm saying blanket statements. Like I watched this one guy. They actually do like his channel and stuff, but I didn't know if he's leaning it towards me or you or Bear Hugger. But he's like blanket statements, misinformed information. No, it wasn't misinformed. It was from IGN's website. There was 5 games coming within the next 3 months, and that was it, plain and simple.
I'm trying to figure out who that guy you talking about. I ain't trying to name no names, but
No, I'm not
do
naming
he
it. I actually respect the dude, and I don't know if he was directing it totally towards me, but he was like counting indie games and stuff, but I was going by a website that I've gone by for years that I look at game releases, and I was just looking at because they usually put the games up there worth of shit, that I'm normally gonna play, and I might miss a few. They might put some indie games in there that I might not see that I don't like or whatever, but usually they put all the big releases right there, and I was going by that website, and that's what I did my video by, and I wasn't misinforming anybody. I said IGN. I wasn't saying, hiding anything, and people didn't like that I did that.
What happened to Yoshi and
Huh?
Mario
dude,
Maker?
Oh, that got delayed.
yep.
Not
Yoshi
Yoshi, but Mario Maker did, I think.
Yoshi was supposed to come out early 2015. That's what they said. And there's no game release. There's no release date.
I
The
don't
next
think
release
we've
date.
heard too much or nothing about it. Like you gotta think about it. Think of all the things that Nintendo fans complain about. The online not being together, voice chat issues, the fact that Nintendo knows people want amiibos, but they don't put them out and they do all that crazy crap with them because they know they're rare.
Yep.
Um, you don't know when games are coming out. It's still a dry spell. Like what games are coming out for the Wii U right now? Like especially for someone like Dave. Like I see that what is it? Don't Starve is coming for the Wii U, but Dave could have played Don't Starve already on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
A
But
lot of
you're not allowed to say that because if you have a PS4 you should be satisfied. Like they tell me that because I'm a Wii U owner that since I have another console I shouldn't worry about things. But okay, so that to me that makes no sense though, because why would I buy a console that I'm just gonna say, okay, well I got my PS4, I bought my Wii U for no reason. You
Yeah,
know, that don't make
yeah,
I think
yeah. Another thing they tell you that of course whenever we was giving our thoughts and we was complaining about the whole entire Wii U situation and people they will freaking defend everything about it when we was talking about the voice chat and the fanboys they'll be like, well, if you want voice chat, go on Skype, go on Google Hangouts,
That's
they
the
got other
funniest
stuff.
thing ever. Like go on Skype, go on
Yeah.
Google. You know why that's so funny? Because they know damn well that if they heard that on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, you had to go on Skype or Google Hangouts to talk to some people, they'll sit there and say, "Well, you should. Why do you have to do that in those systems? This is why I don't play on those systems." Blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Like it's almost to the point they're probably gonna say, "Hey, how about everybody get on the three-way on the phone? We all link up that way." Come on, man. Like.
Hell no.
It's 2015. It's no and like when I had the discussion with Shadow Fox Infinite about it, like the We Have a Voice movement is a nice movement. There's nothing really wrong with it, but I felt it was a little misguided because they were thinking that party chat is going to fix the lack of in-game voice chat on Splatoon. I was telling them, no, that's not how that works. I mean, because party chat is really no different than going to Google Plus or Skype. The only difference is just running off the system. So if you bought a Wii U, and we all know how the Wii U works. If you buy a Wii U brand new, you don't know anybody that has a Wii U. You buy Splatoon, you can't talk to randoms. How am I communicating with anybody? You don't know nobody to get into a party chat with. Who am I talking to? You can't talk to anybody. It doesn't fix the issue.
And a lot of people
Grimwatch,
still defend it.
remember when they used to say that they didn't need voice chat, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they're like, well, we use Skype and Google Hangouts. Like that just came into out of nowhere. Like, because everybody started using that service, like Google Hangouts. So they're like, we just get on Google Hangouts now. Like, I thought you didn't like voice chat, period.
And then the funny thing that I've heard recently is they say, I'm pretty sure if Nintendo made their own type of thing, it probably wouldn't be that great. So I would rather just use Google. That works fine. So I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Are you admitting Nintendo makes stuff that isn't great? Oh wow, Lord, I didn't know you'd ever say something like that. And they're like, no, I didn't mean it that way. Like, okay.
Another thing that just pisses me off, and the main reason why we don't get third-party support, a lot of fanboys they be like, okay, if you want those multiplayer games, why not go buy Xbox One? Why not go buy a PS4 to get those multiplayer games there? Like, no, I paid my $350 day one for my Wii U for all of it, not just for the exclusives, for the multiplayer, for all the games that I thought I was gonna get on my Wii U. So you gonna sit here and tell me to go pay another $400 or $500? I paid $500 for my Xbox One. I got the Kinect. So you telling me to pay all that money for another system just to get some multiplayer? Like, come on, dude. Stop being a damn corporate slave and stop being a freaking fanboy. Like, seriously, like you tell me I don't have a right to be mad about the situation that the Wii U is in, but since you're satisfied, since you play every Nintendo exclusive, which I don't play, come on, man. We all don't think the same. We don't eat the same food. We don't think the same thoughts. Like, come on. A lot of these fanboys just think y'all just have to play the exact same games and like it. Like, it's stupid.
It's not about one person. It's about what other people like. I understand that the system needs other games than what I'm interested in as well. That's the whole thing. People just get so fucking.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Maybe they just blinded by Super Mario 3D Worlds. I don't know. They just blinded by these Nintendo exclusives. I don't know. Like I say, I just feel that it's just they need more release, not just release dates. We already know we're getting the games. We need more games, more game announcements. That's where I'm coming from. Every freaking week, there's new game announcements on the Xbox One and the PS4. When was the last game announcements that we got? The only game announcements that I know that we got was the it's supposed to be a Wii game. It's supposed to be going to Wii U. Some game. It's kind of similar to Knights and Sonic the Hedgehog, like something Sky something. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Rodea and the Sky Dragon.
I'm not really sure. I mean,
Yeah,
could
it's
you imagine this year, like with the Wii, like, 'cause so far with Uncharted 4 getting delayed, so far when it comes to big exclusive games, it seems like it's more of leaning to the Xbox One and Wii U. If Zelda and Xenoblade don't come out this year,
oh my God.
and it's very possible that I can very see it now that Xenoblade will come out this year just in Japan, and Zelda gets delayed. I can see it now.
I would give up. That's that's the main reason why I bought my Wii U, because of Zelda. I love Zelda, and the Wii U is in its third year. So like I said, the Wii U is the way they are right now. Their state. If Zelda get pushed back to 2016, and it will be on this fourth year of getting the Legend of Zelda, dude, I'll be like, no, I'm done. I'm done. For real.
Didn't they? Oh no, that's right. Yeah, they said Star Fox would be before Zelda. But
Yes,
yo,
yes,
boys,
that's it.
I gotta get going. It's getting late for me.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to close this podcast in a minute anyway, because I got to get up in the morning anyway. But I guess let's go ahead give our final thoughts about this Wii U situation before you head out. Like, is there anything anybody else want to say about this before we end this podcast?
No, I'm good.
I'm pretty good. I'm good. I feel bad it's happening, but it is. I think something they got to do. I mean, there's nothing else they can do.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. And yeah, I know this is last minute, man. Usually when I do a podcast, I give everybody like a couple of days in advance. But I hadn't done a podcast in quite some time. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get back into this. So possibly I might do another podcast this weekend. If not, then certainly next weekend. I'm gonna start back doing these probably once a week. So I'm just letting y'all know right now. But anyway, guys, I sure appreciate y'all for joining my podcast. And I got lots more coming. And hey, we are real gamers here, man. It's all about the games at the end of the day, and it's all about common sense, man. Common sense. Don't be a freaking fanboy for life, man. But like I said, I appreciate everybody for joining my podcast, and I hope to see y'all again. So let's go ahead and start with you, Dave. Do your little outro, man.
Well, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. This Dave's heading up 187, and I'll come back next time if you have me. Thanks, man.
I appreciate it, Dave. Let's go and go with you, Mr. King Apache.
No problem. Thanks for having me, and it was a good discussion.
I appreciate you, man. Let's go with you, Mr. Woodflow.
Wolf flow, saying goes. Everybody, peace out.
All right, I appreciate it, man. All right, man. I sure appreciate y'all for joining my podcast. And like I said, I might do another one this weekend. And I'll also let y'all know. And for the audience that was watching my podcast, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And, Real Gamer 27 will give y'all more podcasts in the near future. So y'all stay tuned. And everybody, peace out.